There's a reason why the loudest person in the room is rarely the most powerful. Real confidence doesn't shout. It doesn't beg for attention. It moves in silence and dominates in action. You've been told confidence is about being bold, outgoing, fearless. But what if I told you that's a lie? In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to build extreme confidence, the kind that doesn't fade in a crowd, the kind that feels dangerous. And by the end of this video, you won't just understand it, you'll become it. Most people completely misunderstand confidence. They think it's a personality trait, that confident people are just naturally outgoing, talkative, or fearless. But here's the truth. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's a skill, and like any other skill, it's built through repetition and pressure. Let me ask you this. Have you ever seen someone who's loud in a group, but completely freezes when it's time to take real responsibility? Or someone who brags all day online, but can't even make eye contact in real life? That's not confidence. That's insecurity in disguise. Now here's something relatable. Think about the first time you tried something new, your first time speaking in class, going to the gym, asking someone out. You probably felt nervous, awkward, even scared. But after doing it a few times, it got easier, didn't it? That's how real confidence is built, through evidence. Each time you act despite fear, you collect proof. Proof that you can handle discomfort. Proof that nothing bad happens when you show up as your real self. The problem is, most people wait to feel confident before they take action, but it doesn't work like that. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after. You act first. You build the evidence, and that's when real, unshakable confidence begins to grow. Let's clear something up. Confidence doesn't mean being the center of attention. In fact, some of the most confident people you'll ever meet are the quietest in the room. They don't feel the need to speak over others. They don't constantly look around for validation. Why? Because they've built something most people haven't. Silent power. Look around in your own life. There's always that one person, maybe at your college, your workplace, or your gym, who doesn't say much. But when they do, people listen. They walk in with calm, controlled energy. They don't need to prove anything because their presence already does. That's the kind of confidence that can't be faked, and it only comes from competence. You get silently powerful when you stop obsessing over how you're perceived and start obsessing over how skilled you become. When you start putting in real work, whether it's learning, training, building, or improving, you begin to move differently. You no longer need to talk about your goals because your results speak for you. The loud ones talk to feel powerful. The quiet ones are powerful, and that's why they don't need to talk. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with confidence is because they're too attached to what might happen. What if they reject me? What if I fail? What if people laugh? Sound familiar? This mindset puts all your power in the hands of other people, and as long as your confidence depends on their approval, you'll always feel insecure. Real confidence begins when you detach from the outcome. You stop chasing perfection. You stop overanalyzing every move, and instead you shift your focus to one simple thing: effort. Did I show up? Did I do my part? Did I push through when it was easier to hide? That's where confidence grows, not in success or failure, but in the consistency of action. Think about this. Some of the most confident people in the world have failed more times than most people have even tried, but they're unfazed. Why? Because they've trained their minds to stop reacting emotionally to outcomes. They understand that results don't define them. Their mindset does. When you learn to act without obsessing over reactions, when you speak without fearing judgment, when you try without fearing failure, that's when you unlock a level of confidence most people never reach. Confidence doesn't come from a motivational video. It doesn't come from affirmations in the mirror. It comes from a cycle, what I call the confidence loop. Here's how it works. Step 1, you take action, even if it's small, even if you're nervous. Step 2, that action gives you a tiny result. Maybe you get better, maybe you don't. Doesn't matter. Step 3, but now your brain has proof. I survived. I did it. Step 4, that proof builds belief, and that belief gives you the courage to act again. Action, evidence, belief, more, action. That's the loop. And every time you go through it, your confidence levels go up. Most people never escape their low confidence state because they wait to feel ready. But if you wait, the loop never begins. You don't need to feel confident to start. You need to start to feel confident. It could be something as simple as starting a conversation, posting your thoughts online, going to the gym alone, applying for something you think you're not ready for. Each of these moments feeds the loop, and the more you feed it, the more unstoppable you become. At the core of extreme confidence is one key trait: the ability to trust yourself. True confidence doesn't come from others. It doesn't come from validation or applause. It comes from within, from the belief that you can handle whatever life throws at you. And it's built through experience, through facing fears, and through never backing down from challenges. Someone who is truly confident doesn't need to be perfect. They don't fear failure. They don't let rejection define them. Instead, they see challenges as opportunities to grow, not threats to their self-worth. They don't measure their value by how others see them, but by how they see themselves. Confidence isn't just about acting tough or looking unbothered. It's about knowing your worth, understanding your value, and taking responsibility for your actions without waiting for anyone's approval. When you stop depending on external factors to feel confident, you create a rock-solid foundation. You stop questioning yourself. You stop wondering if you're good enough, because deep down, you know you are. And that's when your true confidence shines, when it's unwavering, silent, and impenetrable. Now that you've seen what real confidence looks like, you can't unsee it. It's a skill you can master, starting right now. So take action, build evidence, trust yourself, and start your own confidence loop today. Remember, real confidence isn't about being loud, it's about being sure. And that certainty, it will take you places you never imagined.